Hello, good day. I'm Alison Iderefa, and today we're going to be learning how to create a disk partition on the Windows 7 operating system. Firstly, you must understand the definition of partitioning a hard disk drive and why it is important. Partition is the practice of dividing your hard drive into multiple segments. Much like sections of a library, partition is just like having a collection of books that belongs to the same library, but the different types of books are stored in each section. You have one section for fiction, one section for history, and one section for science, and as well as different subjects. So partitioning a hard disk drive creates different areas in which you can store data, much like a directory. So the most important part or the most important benefit of hard drive partition is hard drive maintenance. For example, if you search for a file in your 1 TB hard drive and you don't have a partition and your hard disk is more than half full, it takes more time and effort for the hard drive to look for it. Have you observed that before? But if you have a small partition, it will just look within that small space. Let's say you have a 100 GB partition in that 1 TB hard disk drive. It will search within that 100 GB out of the entire hard disk. So let's move to the next stage, which we'll be learning about the tutorial. So we're going to create a new partition on Windows 7 hard disks. So we'll come to a start menu, go to search programs and files, click on it. On the field there, you type disk mgmt.msc. I use my enter button, and here we have the dialog box. Let me expand it so we can see a better view of it. So my dialog box, I have system, unallocated, C drive, HP recovery, HP tools, and my memory card and whatever. If you observe some systems, like before I did the unallocated, I created the unallocated volume, there was nothing like this. So for you to create an unallocated volume, you have to come to whichever of the drives you want. Like, let me say, if you want to come here, or let me see, use here, you just click here to create an unallocated volume. Right click, okay, you click on shrink volume. It brings up this dialog box called shrink. Let me bring it up so you can see a better view of it. So on it, we have total size before shrink in megabytes. We have size of available space. We have enter the amount of space to shrink in megabytes. So I'm going to just change it to whatever figure I wish to. Okay, if it's 120, I'm going to use, or if I want to increase it to 200 megabytes, so whichever one I wish to do. So once that is done, I click on the shrink option, but I've already created a partition space, so I've already shrinked it, so I don't need to perform any other task, so I have to cancel. But just in case you didn't see any option like this, you just do what do the shrinking and come to this place. This place will be made valid, so you just click on a shrink and it creates a free space around here. So let me just cancel this. Okay, so if we've done that, now we're going to go over to the main deal, which is to create a new partition on Windows 7 hard disk. So you remember that the Windows 7 disk management tool provides a simple interface for managing partitions and volumes. So here's an easy way to create the new partition on your disk. So since we have an unallocated 150 megabyte space here, so I just come to this place. Okay, in this management graphical view, I'll right click and unallocated or free space, and then click new simple volume. Okay, I have new simple volume here. You can see these ones are dimmed, so I don't have to go to any of them. I just click on new simple volume. Right, okay, what do I have here? I have the wizard. Well, what does it say? It says welcome to the new simple volume wizard. It says this wizard helps you create a simple volume on a disk. A simple volume can only be on a single disk. To continue, click next. So since we've tested the information, I have to click next. Okay, what do I have here? Say choose a volume size that is between the maximum and minimum sizes. So it's the maximum disk space in MB, which is 149, which approximately 150, which we are doing now. We have minimum disk space in MB, which is 8 megabytes. Simple volume size in MB, which is 149, approximately 150. So this specify volume size space specifies the minimum and maximum size for the volume in megabytes and lets you size the volume within those limits rather. So size the partition in megabytes using the simple volume size field and then click next. Remember, you can create a partition space in gigabytes, but for the purpose of this tutorial I'm going to use megabyte. Okay, since I'm going to delete it after this video tutorial. So I click next. Okay, what do I have here? It says assign drive letter or path. For easy access, you can assign a drive letter or drive path to your partition. So I have assigned the following drive letter, mounting the following empty NTFS folder. Do not assign a drive letter or drive path. So since the default here is L, so what this assign the following drive letter does for me, it selects an available drive letter in the selection list provided. By default, Windows 7 selects the lowest available drive letter and excludes reserved drive letters as well as those assigned to local disks or network drives. So the mount in the following MTFS folder, this allows you to choose this option to mount the partition in an empty NTFS folder. Please note that you must then type the path to an existing folder or click browse to search for or create a folder to use. So if I'm going to take do not assign a drive letter, or drive path, that means I don't want to create any drive letter for this partition space, because this lets me to choose an option if I want to create the partition without assigning a drive letter or path. Later, if I want the partition to be available for storage, I can assign a drive letter or path at that time. But since I want the drive letter to be assigned to this immediately, so I'm going to take the first option, and I have L here. No, I don't want to use L. I want to go down to Z, so I prefer Z. Okay, I click on next. What do I have here? It says format partition. To store data on this partition, you must format it first. It says choose whether you want to format this volume, and if so, what setting you want to use. So I have the do not format this volume. Format this volume with the following settings: file system NTFS, allocation unit default, volume label, which is set to default, which is new volume. Perform a quick format is ticked by default, and this is enable file and folder compression is not ticked by default, just in case you don't know what this means. Okay, if I'm coming to the file system, that means it allows me to set the system type as FAT32, but I'm not going to go into details since we're not going to be needing that for now. So I go to location unit size default. I'll just leave it the way it is, and I think the next button will do the work. Okay, I click on next. So what do I have here? You have successfully completed a new simple volume wizard. You selected the following settings. So I have on my volume type simple volume, disk selected, disk 0. Nope. Okay, I didn't put the other one. So I have the volume size 149 MB, drive letter or path Z, file system NTFS, allocation unit size default, volume size new volume, quick format yes, enable file. Okay, I click on finish. Hello, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope the video has been able to make you partition a new hard disk space on your Windows 7 operating system. Oh, I will be signing off from here. I'm so sorry I have to leave you now. Have a nice day, and next time till we'll see you again. Thank you.